We are a result of a million-long evolutionary process. Man's partial consciousness is a stage in the grand evolution of life. Mother Nature's job has been done and man is not evolving now. The body has come to its peak. What we supposed about the stance of human in food chain is now wrong. A team of French researchers set about calculating the tropic level and found that the HTL average is a measly 2.21, which puts the human diet on par with pigs and anchovies. But with man, a new factor has entered, a factor of consciousness, factor of intellect. So far, we have survived war, famine, disease, natural disasters, genocide. Hopefully, we will also survive Donald Trump's presidency. So, the first possibility is, are we heading toward chaos, destruction? Second possibility is, are we heading toward perfection? A world of genetically engineered humans will be possible in the not too distant future. Humanity will be screened by government on the basis of our genes, and humanity will then be nothing more than a statistical figure. This may gonna lead us to two human races, the elites and the goblins, just like the fat people we have seen in Wall-E movie. Third possibility is, are we heading toward enlightenment? A world of non-duality which is free from karma, government, racism and borders. And everyone is peacefully coexisting with the nature. That sounds like heaven, right? This is kind of obvious that we will soon consume every bit of resources and minerals, and then we will only have one choice, that is to settle down somewhere else. In the not too distant future, we would be populating Mars, but will it bring inner peace and joy? And I doubt. If the state of consciousness remains same, then wherever we go, the state of suffering will also be same. We will suffer as usual because the very idea of going somewhere is due to the misuse of what we have now here. Let's talk about pros and cons of the present modern world. The obvious advantages are the accessibility and instantaneousness of information and communication. Despite the obvious benefits, using technology brings distraction. Many educators are worried that the students will not learn the social skills that face-to-face communication would teach. Lifestyle diseases is also increasing. Scientists say that the most common day diseases are man-made. Social isolation is also increasing. People are spending more time playing video games, learning new technologies, using social networks, and they neglect their real life. And the most unlike disadvantage of the modern society is the mental illness, kinda like the exact opposite of the modern lifestyle's desired outcome. Let's find out the reason for this. This is the world map for the developing countries. Do notice that the strongest blue color indicates the most developed countries, while the lightest blue color indicates the least developing countries. Now compare it with the world map for the religious countries. And what we find is that as we are developing, we are neglecting religion. So can we say that throwing religion out of the world leads to a peaceful life? Is it really the case? Japan, which has 13% religious population, is also having highest suicide rates. Japan's overall suicide rates is 60% higher than the global average. So is the case with South Korea. Even the US, which is most religious developed country, their richest states, which are least religious, are also facing high suicide rates. Over 90% of people who die by suicide have a mental illness at the time of their death. And the most common mental illness is depression. Untreated depression is the number one cause for suicide. And that is why most developed countries have more psychiatrists per capita than those developing countries. We can clearly see that by comparing both world maps. Essentially, before someone can worry about something like depression, they have to worry about more fundamental issues, for example, food, water, shelter, a steady income. In higher income countries, more of the population has their basic physiological needs met, so they can worry about the next level of fulfillment. There are many other factors that play into depression, but the conditions are more ripe for them in higher income countries. This is not alarming, but world is unwillingly heading toward discontentment, and in few poor countries, mental illness is rarely acceptable. Most folks just buy the answers to all of their problems and they have lost the ability to think. Modern lifestyle destroys the survival instinct and the simplicity of life, and it believes in complexity. We are lost in the idea of more is less, and by wanting more and more, we forget to ask the most fundamental questions and inquire our existence on earth. That's why I brought this channel with an idea of spiritual pill put up in the simplistic way. If you would want to swallow this pill, then please subscribe and stay tuned.